Alright, hello Sunshine, and welcome to today's video gaming. Pikmin 1 is a game that I played with your father or your uncle. I don't know, I might get some stepnieces and nephews one day. Anyway, I played with your uncle slash father when it was like, oh goodness, was it 2003? Yeah, I want to say it was like 2002, 2003, and we really enjoyed this game. I've decided to do this series because, well, you live really far away, and by the time you're old enough to watch this, you'll probably be, well, I'm the one who's going to be even farther away at that point. You probably are going to be living exactly where you're living now for a while, or at least I hope. Anyway, content warnings, because that's something that we do in 2026. I don't know when you'll be watching this, but yeah. Anyway, I would really, really prefer that you be like 8, 9, 10 when you watch this. Because Pikmin isn't necessarily violent or graphic, but it is a little. There's some things about nature that aren't great. So, please be 8, 9, or 10. You could be older, obviously. Pop off, fam. Um, but, anyway, content warning aside, let's jump into the game. Alright, so as you can see, I've played this game quite a bit already, but I made a new save file just for you. And I'll be reading off the words, so feel free to, if you want to study to this one day, that's fine. Have fun. Let's see, how old was I when I first played this game? I want to say I was 9? Yeah, if we played it in 2002, I was 9. And your dad or your uncle, depending on who's watching this, um, that would have been oh goodness, he was 6? Mm, I hope he didn't get any nightmares from this game. But basically, Pikmin is about this guy named Captain Olimar. And he was exploring because he's an explorer. And as you see, an asteroid hits his ship and he gets knocked off course and crash lands here. And yeah, so he's gonna wake up and try to figure out, what happened and how do I get home? My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I awoke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no, better not think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. So yeah, now we get to run around. And the camera is tight right now for like mildly like horror aspects. Don't worry, there's no jump scares. But anyway, you're supposed to wander around and you find, oh, gasp, what's this? Look at that. Some seed-like thing popped out the top. A strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. Alright, so yep, we run around, and eventually, this little seed here, gasp, it grew. What could it be? The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. This sprout emits a strange light, and it sways back and forth without benefit of wind. I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A. Approach it, press A, and then pluck! Out comes this wonky little guy. Like, look at his hands, look at his feet, and yeah, his nose. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pick Pick brand carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I am intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A, and I will call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to pressing X or moving R control stick, while holding L as well. I'm not going to read all the controls, but you can read the screen if you want. I must survive. I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. I love how the Pikmin just looks up at the little light on top of Olimar's helmet like, oh. This day, the first day of the game, is my favorite because there's like no time, no pressure. You can just, you can just vibe. It's okay. Also, I'm completely aware that I'm filming something for you, like, well in advance, many years in the future, and I'm using terms that are like, Gen Z uses these terms right now in 2026. You're probably gonna think they're absolutely cringe by the time you're old enough to watch this, but you're here, we're here together to enjoy a game. And the best way to enjoy something together is just talking like you normally talk, being like you normally be. That's the best way to spend time with someone. Alright, astonishing. The onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. Alright, yeah, this is something that changes in future games. So in this game right here, if a red Pikmin goes to a red pellet, you get 2 Pikmin for every number on the pellet. So that's a 1, so you'd get 2 Pikmin. Over here, there's a 5. So if red Pikmin carry that back to the onion, then you're going to get 10 red Pikmin. However, not to be too much of a spoiler, there were other colors of Pikmin. So if, let's say there's not white Pikmin in this game, but like if a white Pikmin took this red pellet to its onion, you would only get 1 white Pikmin out of that. But in future games, they locked it, so a red pellet makes a red Pikmin, a white pellet makes a white Pikmin, and so on and so forth. That was just something they changed, and I don't know how I feel about it. I also don't know if I'll be playing, so I have Pikmin 2, and I have Pikmin 4. I don't know if I'll play those for you. Cause like, I didn't play those with your dad. I could just say my brother. I did not play those with my brother. And yeah, I really want this series to be like games I played with my brother. So that way I can like share that with y'all. That would be cool. So I'm definitely gonna do Super Mario Galaxy 1 because we played that together. I don't currently have a way to play and stream. Well, I have the Nintendo Wii. I have the family Nintendo Wii, and I have the family Nintendo Gamecube. I think the device that I use to make this gameplay appear right now, it might work. Maybe. Anyway, for the moment, I can promise you I'm gonna stream for you this game, and I'll stream Galaxy 1. Okay, this part, I hope the sound is loud enough, because this is like my favorite thing. Is it B? No. There we go. Okay. Do you hear the little horn? The little dun 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 dun, that makes me giggle every time. It's just hilarious to me. Also, if you hear any noises in the background, that's your uncle, the one I'm married to. He yeah, he likes to game too. I don't know that I'll ever have him on one of these streams, but he might want to join. Perhaps. Alright. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of Pikmin conduct. And this is meant to be like a refresher of all the buttons you can press. I'm gonna skip past this because I've literally narrated the whole part up until now. Okay. Alright, so there's the ship engine. We'll let the cutscene happen. What are you doing, little Pikmin? The physics and the behavior of the Pikmin are giggle worthy. It's just like it doesn't quite make sense sometimes. But I know that was on purpose. The developer did that on purpose because he likes this. Anyway, amazing. There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me. But how will I get it back to the dolphin? My dude, my brother in Christ. You've literally just used these guys to push a box. They've carried pellets. I think you can figure it out. Okay? So, okay. Uh, they do it on purpose. Like, you need a special type of Pikmin to come and destroy this. But, like, there'll be a shell. Can I see it? No, he's not here yet. There'll be a shell, like that one over there, with a pearl in it, and that thing gives you 50 Pikmin. And, like, I think I remember that was one of the things my brother liked the most about Pikmin, was, like, making that shell go in, and then just watching the onion almost explode, just making the Pikmin seeds rain, and then, like, the sheer line around it of, like, Pikmins to be plucked. And they would, like, glitch into each other, and it was a whole thing. Something they also changed in later games is like when the Pikmin are bored or they're inactive, the whole body doesn't change color anymore. The leaves just glow. When many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks. I guess I'll try to get it all done at once by holding A until I pick all the Pikmin from the ground. I noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. At other times, they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. The reason I like this game is it's just like a nice little romp through nature. Like you see all the plants from an up close angle, and like it just feels, I don't know. Aunt Lacey just likes being in nature. It's just a cute noise. It's such a cute noise. There we go. It's just so creepy. having the Pikmin be that close and just staring you down. Like, okay, that's a little creepy. Yeah, taking the engine back to the ship ends the day, so that was the reason why I tried to run around and farm as much as I can. Is there anything up here? No. That's only in, like, later days that they repopulate the map with, seeds up there. Or pellets. They're called pellets in the game. I don't know why he runs on screen like that. We were literally right there. Oh, glorious! With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back toward home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. One day since impact, I have somehow managed to launch the dolphin, but I was surprised to see the onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface. Or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. The dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hakotate. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I'll name it the Forest of Hope. I'll explore it tomorrow. I remember as a kid being so stressed about completing, like, all the parts and being on pace, but, like, once you know the game, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Anyway, so this is the screen that shows, like, how much you grew, how many you lost in battle, how many you left behind. Uh, I don't have the heart to find it funny when you leave behind a bunch of people or a bunch of Pikmin because I like my little slub there just shows I view Pikmin as people. But there's some other family members that we have that they thought it was amusing, and they're allowed to engage with a game in the way they like. They're allowed to find it funny in a way they like, and that's okay. You know, as long as you're not making fun of people or anything with feelings, you're fine. Just don't be mean about it. Anyway, here's the next level. Now, if I was a speedrunner, there is a way to take, like, you cut down a flower or something, one of the pellets, and then you use it to, like, prop you up on the wall there and get around the gate. But I'm not a speedrunner. We're just having a casual let's play. Okay. My dolphin has returned to the surface, along with the Pikmin's onion. Being alone on this strange planet makes me somewhat uneasy, so I shall call the Pikmin out of the onion. All I need to do is stand in the light beneath the onion and press A. Yeah, they would use this pellet right here. And I'm gonna take all of them out. I actually don't remember how we got this game. Did it come... No, it did not come with the Gamecube. Like, we definitely... I think... I could be, like, making a false memory here. But I think I remember standing in GameStop and being like, that looks interesting. I want that. But it could have been a Christmas present. Not really sure. Okay. Another intriguing discovery. A local variety of grass produces a sort of yellow nectar. When the Pikmin drink this delicacy, they instantly mature into flowers. This apparent Pikmin favorite seems to be full of nutrition. Closer observation is needed to determine the strengths and peculiarities of these flower Pikmin. Alright. You guys all... Have you all had your fill? Nope, not yet. You're still working on it. Come on. There we go. You've eaten all the nectar. Let's do some farming. Pew! Come on, you take care of that. That's a yellow, so we're gonna save that for another day. Look, everybody's allowed to find joy in something silly and a little bit. Just everyone's allowed to do that, okay? I can find joy in this wonderfully silly little horn. Alright, you guys. Okay, so maybe it's just me, but the reason why I'm really hoping that you're like older than 8 when you play this game is what's about to come up. I don't plan on having any Pikmin die, but like it's all strategy. It's like doing an army. Or doing an army. It's like working with an army. And you know, sometimes in the army we lose people. You know, we make a tactical decision, and not every member of the army comes back, and it's for the greater mission. Say what you will about how much you like that, but like that's the reality of having an army and being tactical. Aunt Lacey does not like that. Aunt Lacey is not a military general for that very reason. Anyway, when the Pikmin die, they make a noise that just hurts my heart. Like physically and spiritually, it just hurts my heart. Now, why do I feel like the whoop dip? We just lost one. Nope. Nope, we did not. We did not. We did a deathless there. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Red, we're gonna keep that. Can I do this with 16? Yeah, I can't spam it like I want to, but like, we can do it. You do that, and they shake off, and you collect them. You run behind the guy. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What I'm supposed to do, actually, is just run away and let the thing fall asleep. It is gonna chase us. Wow, yeah, I forgot how far in Pikmin 1 they will... Whoops. Oh, goodness. Stop. I do not want to put anybody in. 1, 2, there we go. Yeah, no, that thing will chase you awful far in Pikmin 1. They make the game a little easier and more child-friendly. Also, shout out to the little humph this guy did when he did that. And come on, there we go. Now he's gone. Okay. And now we just never stand in front of an enemy in this game and like, whoops, chuck it right at their face. They're just gonna open their mouth and eat your Pikmin. It's a common mistake. It's a big mistake that people do. There we go. Alright, we're gonna get to work on breaking down this so we can get that guy. Because you may see, just peeking out the top of the screen there's something else up there. What could that be? Hey, you do the work. Come on, get to going. There we go. Yeah, they use their little leaves or flower buds to break down the fence. How does that work? I don't know. Hey, you, come here. Come here, you silly. I want you to take that. You silly. Sometimes the game's programming is a little weird. It's a little... Oh, hey, hi. Where'd y'all come from? They normally don't have the mechanics to see you that far and come running. Not normally, but I must have done something slightly abnormal there. There we go. Okay. So, unlike in other games, unlike the previous day of this game, you can like take the big thing here and like put it on the ship and it will not end the day. How many to carry? Oh, 40. Right, not enough. Alright, so we're gonna do a little bit of farming. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Gonna let y'all move. There we go. Oh, still working on that fence. Okay, that's fine. Still working on the fence. We're gonna save this guy for the special surprise that's up later. And you're a red. Future games as well, these flowers will cycle between the palette colors. But I completely forgot that in Pikmin 1, they don't do that. It just doesn't happen. Alright, y'all are all done. Now, we're gonna go to war. I say that way too flippantly. Like way too flippantly. Okay. You see those glowing rocks? Those are another thing that my brother really enjoyed. Come on, call him back! Call him back! Whoops, I triggered the cutscene. Oh well. Da, da, da. And what do you think these are? It's another seed. Different color. Please don't suddenly. Oh no! He can't. Okay. I was like, oh, can he? Oh, this is not fun. This is not great. Come here, guys. Come on. I cry. My clock has indicated the coming of noon. From now on, I must pay close attention to the sun meter on my monitor and choose my actions accordingly. So it is best for me to review my monitor's data. We will not be reviewing the monitor's data. Just know the sun is on top, that's how much time we have left. Bottom left is how Olimar is feeling, how healthy he is. Bottom right is, in this order, how many we have with us, how many are outside the onion, and how many are inside the onion. Yes. And then it's camera controls. Are we still being chased? Okay, we are. Ah, and they're dead. Alright, we're just gonna have to wait for you to, calm yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. 11. It's weird. Sometimes you just gotta, like, stop and stare. Like, you can count the button presses, but you still gotta stop and stare, and it's not great. You know, it doesn't inspire confidence in your own brain when you have to do that. Oh, yeah, you see how that one is a bud already? In Pikmin 1, I can't remember if it happens in 2 and 4. The longer the Pikmin is in the ground, the closer to maturity it gets. So it just, you know, they can level up without the goo. Oh my goodness, buddy. You camping? You're not spawn camping, that's a Halo thing. Good. Alright, you've sat down. And you... There we go. Okay. Sometimes if you kill them fast enough, you get those pellets as a bonus. Alright, come here. Please. Go sleep. Go sleep. Yes, go sleep. Okay. So now... You stinkers, don't do that. 1, 2, 3. Then we're just gonna dismiss y'all. No. Stop. 1, 2, 3. Where's the... There we go. I have been playing this game forever, and I cannot believe I had trouble with that. Okay. And time for another cutscene. Look at this cutie with his big old ears. He doesn't have a nose. The color is different, but it seems to be a Pikmin nonetheless. First glance suggests this one has what, in some circles, could be considered very large ears. It looks like it may weigh less than the others. In what other ways might it be different from the red Pikmin? I must be sure to observe it closely. I can hold a Pikmin for a moment with A, and then swap it for another by pressing R. There we go. I did need that reminder, actually. In other games, other Pikmin games, there's an auto-locking feature, and I miss that. I've been playing some of the later installments, and I miss being able to just auto-target. Alright, we're gonna do some farming, grow some new friends. I got a picture this week of one of you enjoying your very first time in the snow, and oh, you looked so happy. I mean, it's okay. It is January 2026, so you know how old you are, or were at this time. You're just so happy, and you look so cute, but like, that just comes with the age. I really enjoy getting photos of like my nieces and nephews, seeing y'all happy. I hope that by the time you're old enough to watch this, I've been able to keep up the pattern of coming and visiting. You never know, though. Life happens. The yellow Pikmin have picked up some peculiar stone. Why did they decide to grab them? This action seems to be instinctive to the yellow Pikmin. But just what are these strange glowing stones? Brightly glowing cracks cover them. Perhaps these cracks indicate that there's tremendous power locked away within? This merits further research. Nope, you need to come over here, because something is about to happen. The glowing rocks the yellow Pikmin picked up seem to be explosive stones. Perhaps they know that these stones can be used as powerful weapons. The bomb rocks are dangerous, so I must take care when using them. But they should be able to blast open the stone walls that block the pathways. I may even be able to use them against some of the wild creatures. We will not be doing that this playthrough. Nope, that's animal abuse. I must be vigilant. When I throw bomb rock carrying Pikmin and give them orders, they will toss their bomb rocks at nearby walls or obstacles. The explosive power of the bomb rocks is tremendous, so I must keep my distance. There we go. Alrighty. Do we have enough to carry this guy? Oh, it's almost time to use the red Pikmin and start the... Yeah, that would have been smart, actually. That would have been real smart if Aunt Lacey had done that instead. But she did not. So here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna run over here. Oh yeah, this is a great time for you to notice that the flowers run fast, the buds run not as fast, and the leaves, they try their hardest, but they're not real. They don't run as fast as the others, but they can still be helpful. Okay. Anybody can be of help, no matter how fast or slow. They can be of help. They'll make it. Yeah, they'll make it. Alright, and then... Come on. Come on. Look. 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 I am not going to be able to use the rocks and get back in time. Or the bomb rocks to break down the wall by the red onion this time. Oh well. Oh well. Come on. Do the thing. There we go. Yes, yes. Very happy. Eternal Fuel Dynamo. This should light things up. No more candles for me. I have now recovered 2 of 30 parts. If I can find just 3 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. Alright, yeah, you gotta be careful when sending Pikmin back to the Onion, because my clock is indicating the approach of sunset. Pikmin waiting beneath the dolphin and onions will probably enter the onions on their own. But if I don't call the stragglers and add them to my group, they may not be able to get back. I am sure that the Pikmin still planted are safe. You can't be sure of that. But I am somewhat concerned about leaving the Pikmin to fend for themselves in the darkness. Yeah, no, no, no. If you're encountering a new thing for the first time, assume nothing. Because it's completely reasonable that in an environment where these animals, well, Pikmin could be plants, there's some debates on that. Anyway, the things eating the Pikmin could potentially know how to pluck them from the ground. Olimar had no issues. It's not like the animals are unintelligent. Alright, come on. I have made yet another Pikmin-related discovery. Just when I was about to exceed 100 Pikmin in the field, the onion stopped expelling seeds, yet the total number of Pikmin continued to climb. It seems that once there are 100 Pikmin in the field, subsequent seeds get stored inside the onion. Thus, no more than 100 Pikmin can be in the field at one time in any area. Yeah. Alright. I am so sorry for how annoying the countdown number is. You can just, like, mute this for a minute? I used to always skip to the very end of the day. Like, when it got to, like, 10, I'd just be like, no, no, forget that. Okay, and then do a quick thing, just in case. Ta-da! Alright, good. We did not leave any behind. There's a very tragic little cutscene that happens if you leave any Pikmin behind. 2 days since impact. It appears that many of my ship's parts have landed in this region. If I can just recover the parts of my radar, I should be able to use my radar screen. How that would improve my chances. Then I'd only have to press plus to locate my parts. Spoiler alert, we did see the radar during today's gameplay. Yet, there seem to be many hostile life forms here. If I am attacked, and my spacesuit takes damage, I must return to my ship. Stand in front of it, and press A to make suit repairs. As I explore, I must pay attention to my suit's damage meter in the bottom left corner of the screen. See? Alright, we lost 4 in battle. And this game is a little savage in that it keeps a running total. It keeps a running total of how many you have and how many you have lost. And, yeah, uh-huh. When we get to the final boss battle, it will be a little even more savage, because you see that red and yellow line there? That's like the number of Pikmin you had throughout the day. And if you're having a not good time, you can see it start in like the first half of the day, be like, oh yeah, we have a lot. And then like around the midpoints of the day, it will just plummet. And it's really sad. It's really sad. Anyway, alright. Save, save. Okay. That is gonna be it for today. I'm gonna try to keep these videos to like somewhere in like the 35, 45 minute zone. That's gonna be pretty easy because each day is about 15 minutes. So it shouldn't be that hard to keep it up like that. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that we get to game again in the future. And always remember, Aunt Lacey loves you.